Okay, welcome to the second Watch With Me. This is Sister Wives episode 11, and this time I have a special guest. This is my wife, Allison.
I'm a
Say hi.
Sister Wives fan.
So this is why I watch Sister Wives.
I've watched all the seasons, and I used to be a huge fan of the family.
You're less so now.
Yeah, it was all a facade.
All right.
They're all miserable.
Okay.
They are.
So I'm going over to talk to Christine because after the last conversation we had when we were all together, it was pretty rough.
Hey!
Hey,
How's it going?
good.
Oh, your shirt's super cute.
I know, I'm trying to decide if it's fall.
I was a little shocked at Kody's behavior. He was just angry.
When we were talking all together Thursday, no, that was a mess. That was a terrible conversation. It was terrible. I really thought it would go so much better,
I was
kind of.
surprised, and I thought, you know what? Maybe it's okay, because everybody needs to express their emotions.
And then he lost it.
She's treated you like dirt from the very beginning. That's the relationship you have with her. And that's the reason I'm angry. That's the reason I'm pissed off. Is because you never tried to have really good relationship with these other people.
That's not true.
And
Yes,
it's just
I did.
vomiting out of me because I've sat here with it just like, Christine, try and do this. You wanted to renegotiate a relationship with me, but you wouldn't even have a decent one with them.
I'm surprised because I didn't realize I wasn't giving Robyn a chance. But I
Did you think that he had lost his mind there?
No, I think that's normal behavior in a divorce, I would say. Like, he's just frustrated and angry. So, like, he's not seeing both sides of the situation. He's only seen. But what I do think is so interesting is Janelle's take. Because she's like, I can't believe how angry he is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious about that. Because I think in any divorce, there's, like, a lot of anger and hurt. So it's interesting to see Janelle be surprised about it.
Yeah. I did it. My last video I said I didn't think it was that big of. I didn't feel like his behavior was that out of line for someone who's, losing a wife or a partner of 20 plus years. And even when I watch it now, like everybody online, not everybody, a lot of people online go, he's being emotionally abusive. I didn't feel like that was emotionally abusive. He's mad, he's yelling, but he didn't degrade Christine. He didn't tell her that she was a terrible person. He said, you didn't try. I'm mad that you didn't try. I'm frustrated with you. But I didn't feel like he was dressing her down. Did you think that, am I being too,
No, I don't. I think that's all typical behavior. The argument was silly.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's dead wrong. Yes, he's dead wrong, but
Yeah.
I don't love Kody, but I'm not sure that that's a fair complaint.
Yeah.
If you look at like what it typically looks like when someone's in the midst of a divorce.
But what is shocking to me is that they haven't had more, I think when you have that many people in a relationship, it's shocking that they haven't had a drag out argument altogether before. That seemed like a unique situation, but I feel like in my family, and we're not even sister wives, I think about my siblings, we can get knocked out, drag out fights over the turkey. You know what I mean? I think,
yes. Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
I agree that you're, yes, I agree.
certainly never thought that I was being mean or mistreating her in any way. So I was so shocked at his aggression. And I was expecting people to be hurt. I was expecting it. I didn't know that he'd be volatile, and I didn't know what to say to him. I'm like,
he has been it's been deep. I've been watching him, and he's just really, it's like he's been sort of agitated and angry, and I think he hasn't known how to express it, and unfortunately, I think it all sort of came out like.
It surprised me because he was so loud and he was so angry.
The sacrifices that I made to love you, wasted.
The timing seemed weird, but I think it's just he reached his point.
It sounded the other day like he just didn't even want to see Robyn or Mary again, and I think that's how Robyn felt. Like she walked away and was like, okay, I guess see you, and she was quite emotional.
No, I didn't mean it like a cut and dried, it's over. That's not what I was trying to convey at all.
Can I say one thing about the Kody yelling? Mm-hmm. That's probably part of the problem. Like, there's been a lot of research about how to predict divorce, right? And there's all kinds of research around, you know, what does it mean if you if you verbally dress down your spouse? What does it mean if you're cold to your spouse? What does it mean if you attack your spouse in different ways? And the research is overwhelming that it doesn't matter if you are how you yell. It doesn't matter about what your tone is. It doesn't even matter so much what you say, as long as in the midst of the fight, if there's always a connection between the two people, the two parties that are fighting. When a divorce is predicted is when the two parties stop, when they go cold, when they experience contempt, and they stop arguing and they stop fighting. And so this idea of like that, if Kody yelling like that has never been seen before, if it's a really real rarity for him to express himself like that way, that's probably part of the problem, is that he is mistreating these spouses, but they never really have an honest, vulnerable conversation about how, you know, if Kody never has an honest and vulnerable conversation about how he feels, right? That's part of the, you know, contempt can build if Christine's, for example, if Christine is mad at Kody for how he has treated Isabel, right? But she doesn't go to blows with him, if they don't, not verbal blows, if they don't really argue about that, and Christine just feels contempt, and Kody just ignores her and sits on it, that's how you destroy a marriage.
Well, and I do feel like in a sister-wife situation, it would be harder to have that, because if you only get to see your spouse every fourth day, like that's the last thing you want to be doing. Oh,
that's interesting.
You know, so like I think that they hold a lot in because like, and they have competition. Like Kody can just walk out and go to like a happy home when someone's pissed off at him, right?
That's an interesting. That's true.
So they're not gonna have the same thing. This side topic, our robotic vacuum is missing. Do you think he ran away?
We'll
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually glad to know that, because I think
That's how it came across?
I don't know.
It was really hard telling Robyn I didn't think that I could do more. And, you know, after the conversation, I realized she was talking about her kids too.
You know, it sounds like you'll continue to have the relationships with the people you're close with, and those that you aren't close with, then you just want it to stay distant.
When I was questioning Christine about whether or not she wanted to have relationships with those that she doesn't have relationships with, I meant me and my kids.
That's devastating. That was the hardest part of the conversation for me, was when I realized when it was over what I had said. And I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how we navigate all of this now.
I think you and I will just take it as it comes and we'll just figure things out.
Because, I mean, like, now the relationship's changed, right? Because I know, like, look, you and I have done plenty of complaining about each other.
Right, but...
Like, we've said some very harsh things to Kody. We've said harsh things about each other. And so now it's different.
I think it's totally different.
Now it just seems like we focus on the common experience and the kids.
I think that it's even more than that. I think it's deeper than that for you and I. I would consider you one of my best friends. I don't know what label to put on mine and Janelle's relationship. I don't know. I don't know. The sister-wife thing, I just don't know.
I've always wanted my wives to have close relationships. And it's a tragedy to me now, after all these years, and Christine trash-talking Janelle for 4 years about the one house thing, now Janelle and Christine have a better relationship. I'm begging Janelle for a closer relationship. It feels like she's rejecting that and just choosing to have one with Christine.
I think heartache is hard and me leaving is hard. And what does that mean for her? What does that mean for our relationship in the future? And it's this whole sister wives word. You know, if I'm not a wife, am I still a sister wife? And are we still sister wives when I'm not a wife? You know, it's such a weird relationship to navigate sometimes.
You know, some days I'm really mad at Christine for giving up on me, on us. I don't think that she's a sister wife, you know? I think that you have to be married to the same guy to be considered a sister wife.
I don't know how to not be on a side or be perceived as being on a side. Christine, like all my kids remember all the history that was, all our holiday traditions, a lot of them were you driving it. And so they're struggling too to figure out how to be in both worlds. They're not trying to choose sides, and I imagine your kids aren't either, you know what I mean?
No one should be picking sides. I think sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's like that, but it's not sides.
I am pulled in both directions equally strong. I have my duty to my family. Robyn, Kody, Mary, I have a duty there. But then I really want to be with Christine and her kids at the holidays.
That's really interesting. Like, so her duty is to her family, but like her love is Christine.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
She loves Christine.
I don't want to pick sides.
She protects Christine. Like, it's her. Like, I feel like she's the most understanding of the whole thing, And I don't really believe that Christine, like, to be honest, how they're trying to say that Christine talked trash about Janelle or vice versa. I bet it was just an over the house thing. Like, I think they genuinely.
I don't know what was the issue with the house.
Kody wanted to build a house on Coyote Pass, one house. And Christine, everyone was in except Christine.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because now we know the background.
She wanted out.
She's like, I'm out. Yeah. And, yeah, okay.
But I feel like, I think I guess I have a couple thoughts. The first is, as it relates to Robyn's kids, I think that no one will say it, but I think that the way that Christine must feel is, if she's not connected, Robyn does not live that far away from Christine, and Christine isn't that far. She could have cultivated a relationship with Robyn's kids. For whatever reason, we can place blame wherever. For whatever reason, they've not created that kind of relationship. So it is I think it is it's sad, but it's also unreasonable to expect Christine to try to cultivate a relationship now that she has left the family. Of course Christine wants distance, and there's no animosity towards the kids, but to say that she's rejecting the kids, or she's not she's just maintaining the relationship she had when she left the family.
Yeah,
right?
And to me it sounds like Robyn was toxic for Christine, and she's like getting rid of all the toxic people in her lives. Mm-hmm. So like, why, like, their time is short. Like, why waste time on toxic people? Mm-hmm. Don't you say that to your patients?
Yes.
Get them out.
Okay.
I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. I can't choose a side without them saying you chose a side.
Ever since Truly found out that we were divorced, Kody's been always, well, let's get her COVID tested every week, and I can take her every weekend, and she can just hang out and sleep over at Robyn's, but she never has. Like, she'll go over for a couple of hours, and that's all that she wants to do. It's just a couple hours here and there.
So what would that look like? I mean, like, could she come back for the summer?
I don't think she would last the whole summer. I don't even know if she'd last a weekend, because she's never spent the night away from me.
When it comes to Truly, there's that I don't have the travel to see her. The time will come when Christine won't even
last a weekend, because she's never spent the night away from me.
That is crazy to me. It's just a surprise to me that in that kind of a family, that Truly wouldn't have spent the night away from Christine's house. Like, you would think that she would be doing slumber parties with Robyn's, like, you know what I mean? Wouldn't you imagine they'd be more connected? Truly's never not slept at Christine's house?
I don't know what to say about that.
Well, it just shows that there's been no significant effort on anybody's part to improve the relationships between the wives.
Yeah.
When it comes to Truly, there's no doubt I'm going to have to travel to see her. The time will come when Christine won't even come to Flagstaff anymore, I'm sure. I don't know when that'll be, but I don't even know. There are questions to be answered that I don't have the answer for right now regarding kind of my time with Truly.
Do you think you'll remarry?
Somebody else, not Kody. Kody, I'm like,
no. Like, I mean, are you?
I'm open.
Well, what do you do when you're 50 and healthy, you just can't be alone for the rest of your life. So to me, that's like the logical thing. Like, what's next? And I'm just gonna be nosy and I'm just gonna ask.
It's a whole new
Like, it's a whole new life,
life.
Christine.
Yes.
I hope she remarries. It's a very long time to be alone. And I hope that I like the guy. Like, you're no longer married.
No.
You're gonna live in a completely different place that
Yes.
we were lived in like a decade or more
I know.
ago.
Everything is, I'm starting over again. It's so hard moving on and feeling okay all the time because I know I'm changing so much and I know I'm breaking so many hearts, but I still know that it's the right decision.
My heart is broken. And that might be why I'm so angry, is because I'm not actually dealing with the emotion. I'm fighting it.
Heart's broken.
I was not.
I know, he keeps saying it. He keeps vacillating from the pain I went through to love you. It was so burdensome to hug you and hold your hand. I suffered to do that, and now your heart's broken.
Do you think he just feels like his ego's been...
Yeah, I think it is a narcissistic injury.
I was going
That's
to say
what it
that,
is.
but I didn't want to overuse that term.
But that's what it is. To me, that's what it is. He doesn't care, to me. Like he said before, he's not. He would let Mary go if she wanted to go because he's the one that sort of separated himself from her, right? But Christine is separating herself from him, and that lands very differently on his ego.
So even though I'm going through all this divorce drama with Christine and I'm losing my head, I've still got to actually maintain the other relationships. But I've got to compartmentalize because right now I've got to go take care of my relationship with Janelle and, make a place for us. I got to go help her do some RV stuff. But I'm still in this fog of divorce. It's messing with me a lot. I can put a jack under that without even moving anything.
Does that help?
You know what I really want to do? I want to level the axles and go off of that.
I've been really struggling the last few weeks to keep the trailer level. And what happens when the trailer's not level is I start having problems with my sewage tanks. Like, it's crazy. If I had somebody here helping you, I would go away so I don't backseat drive you too badly.
There's a lot of pressure with living in this RV. A lot of new things have come up. It's been almost daily for Janelle. She's been rolling with it really good. I think she's kept a pretty good attitude about it. But when we're working on it together, it's not like we're just being sweet with each other. It's a little antagonistic. Well, Janelle, will you want to come and help me? Will you hand me this rod?
Yeah. I don't think it's the angle's wrong, right?
Well, it is. I'm going to have to get it up. Damn thing has to be jacked up to get that in it. Damn thing has to be jacked up to get that in it. And I can't...
So drive forward, maybe?
You and your I insist on driving forward. The stubbornness is fighting against me.
Okay, because this isn't working, Kody.
It's so strange to me that we're arguing point with this. It's like just this antagonistic relationship. It is not cooperative. I don't know why.
Well, I don't know if we...
But it's not like he's being cooperative, right? He's just mad that she's arguing with him.
David, if I decided to get an RV and required you to come work on it every time you're around, you would be so irritated. So I think he's just irritated, like, to be honest. He's trying to have a good relationship with her, but he's like, why
All right,
am I
fair
doing
enough.
this?
Yes.
And
That's
I love
probably true.
Janelle. And I
love Janelle. You're right. If I had to do that, and
He
you were,
just, like,
and you were
can't
just,
ever relax.
and if you were just standing there being like, drive it forward, that would probably frustrate me.
David, we can't move any furniture together. We cannot. You are
I
not.
know,
Okay.
but that's not because I think there's a different level of focus between the
Let's
two
go.
of us.
No,
We're-
let's go.
Okay.
manually level it.
I think it's just a piece of and they've sold us a lemon here, and we can't get the damn thing to level because it's supposed to self-level, and it never has. Here's the thing. I'm in a very vulnerable place, and if I cross a line, will she cross another line? And that sort of cynicism comes, I think, from unwinding 20 years in plural marriage and then Christine leaving.
And then we've had so many more realistic conversations that happened last year between Kody and I on really what our relationship really looks like and the kind of marriage that we both want. And
you guys
we
don't
want
talk,
different
though.
things.
You guys don't communicate. So I don't really see how that could be even.
Would interrupt her.
I think I cut you off. You gotta wait till it's paused.
Oh. Well, no, I just think it's interesting that Robyn interrupts her. Like, she keeps Christine can't finish a thought before Robyn, like, interrupts with her own 2 cents.
Yeah, and asserts that she knows what's happening in Christine's marriage. Right? Christine's saying, last year, Kody and I had a lot more conversations, more in-depth conversations. Robyn goes, no, you guys don't communicate, so I don't see how that's possible.
I would, like, literally, I feel like, I got words for
For
Robyn.
what? For
Robyn.
what?
That I'm
Are
not.
you gonna share them?
No, not. I mean, I just find that to be obnoxious. Like, to interrupt someone in the mid sentence like that. I hate that.
Legitimate.
I don't think Janelle or I are being honest or realistic in this relationship as we communicate with each other about this stuff. What a goat rodeo, right? The whole RV thing. It's like, we never had a really deep discussion, not the kind of discussion you have about spending that vast amount of money. She never even took any time to look for something to rent. I know for a fact there were rentals out there.
I know I had told him I was thinking about the possibility of an RV. Maybe he just wasn't paying attention. I mean, he really only sort of really tunes in once in a while. It's not like he's here all the time, and when he's here, he's not always really tuned in. Here, look, let me have this conversation with you now. Okay, so I have about...
Like, if you, like, she can't wait. It would, every decision she makes for her 6 kids or, you know, for her life, can't wait for him to come around because it would bottleneck. So she has to, like, he's frustrated with her making this big of a decision, but he's not there. And so her whole life, she had to make her own decision, so he can't be frustrated about that now.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
she has to
everything,
execute.
she can't execute. Yeah. Go ahead.
6 weeks left on this permit, and I would have to move again. And we talked to the house designer.
Yeah, she said that we're basically months for a permit.
Look, I was planning to stay here all winter, A, when I thought we could have electricity, and B, when I thought the house would be a little quicker along. But what if I just go for 6 months into town and just come back out here in April? Because by then we will probably be breaking ground, I would think. So I think, I've been looking, and there is a place in town that will do a 6-month lease.
So she's talking about going to an apartment. She's going to pick a place. She's going to do it without me. She's going to figure something out like that. Like she's already got a place that she knows about. Okay? Why are we in this now?
Because, Kody, for 4 months, I've accomplished a lot.
We could have focused on the property without having an RV and living in an RV.
Kody, I want to come back out here in April. I'm just rolling with the punches. He's been very vocal. He wanted me to buy Christine's house because he thinks living in the trailer is terrible. Like, he's been all this stuff about, like, this is terrible, like, I hate living here. I don't want to be here. I don't want blah, blah, blah. And now all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, how about if we move into town for 6 months? And he's like, no. Woo!
But do you think, just based on the, is that Janelle's way of getting out of town? Like getting out of the relationship? Get her own apartment? I mean, she's distancing herself.
I mean, I think that's a good observation. I don't know. I think it's, I mean, I feel like she has to make her own decisions. So, like, why does he even want the emotional energy of it anyway? Like, if I took those decisions from you and you would be okay with it.
Wait, if what?
Like, if I was in an RV and was like, I found us an apartment, you'd be like, oh, great. I feel like, no?
It's hard for me because if you made the unilateral decisions that Janelle makes, I think in vice versa, you would not be happy if I started just making unilateral decisions like that, big decisions like that.
Yes. I think it's, right. I agree with you. And I kind of impressed by this woman.
Yes.
That like, is just like barreling ahead.
Making it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think so. I think the dynamic is different in a polygamous family. Mm-hmm. In a monogamous relationship, as is typical, you would be a little bit more communicative. What?
Just holding something back.
What are you holding back?
Can you delete it out?
Yeah, I'll delete it out. What?
The Tesla?
I just put a down payment on the Tesla. I put a down payment on a Tesla and then I told her. But I told her the night that I did it. We didn't talk about it first though. Like just the down.
That was pretty
I
unilateral.
reserved it.
That was unilateral.
That was. But you've been yelling about it for 2 years.
Yeah. Can I also have my coffee bag?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby. Woo. Told you that storm's coming right for us.
It's right there. It's right above us. Well, I mean, I basically decided what I needed to do for me. And I just sort of decided and I did it, and he sort of had to be along for the ride. But if I would have waited for him to solve the problem, it never would have gotten solved.
Hey, was all this work worth it?
I actually think it will be better.
Whoa, there's the rain.
He does seem freaking miserable to me. I get that. I understand that this is hard and that she's pushing him and all that kind of stuff. Maybe it's just TLC's the way they're editing it, but doesn't he seem miserable all the time?
Yeah, and it's not like he's only there. He only lives there every 4th day or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So like, why the hysterics?
But I can imagine that his honey-do list really sucks, right? Each house he goes to, he's got a list of things. He shows up at Janelle's house, and she's got a massive list of things that need to be
I
done
have no
together.
power or water.
Yeah. Can you take the trash out? Bring me the trash cans. Give me water. Give me power. I can imagine.
I can't help but love Janelle though. I always have loved her and Christine. You know, and so it's fun for me to know that they're actually best friends because they would be my best friends too.
Okay, Julie, can you come here for a minute? Okay. Perfect, thank you. You know how our house is in contract right now. Mm-hmm. The owners are going to close on it. They're going to close on it like next month. So we've been looking like crazy for a house in Utah. Mykelti's been helping me and everything. And we have a house. But guess when we're moving?
When?
In a week.
Oh.
I was going to wait to move until the closing date. But Mykelti found a place. Why wait to start the next chapter? Why wait? And Mykelti and Tony are gonna come help us move like in a week. A week from today. I mean, the hardest part of leaving and moving is that I'm taking Truly with me. I'm taking her from what she knows, everything she knows from her dad, you know, from the siblings that she has here in Flagstaff, and I'm moving her to Utah. So what do you think about that?
How are they allowed to, like, the truth is, like, why she doesn't have to get, like, a custody agreement to do that, to leave? Like, doesn't he have rights in that matter? That is hard.
I think he does have rights in the matter. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I think that, how old is she, 11? Mm-hmm. So I think that, I don't know, I do not know this, but there's a certain age, I think it's like 13 or so, where the kid has a say, and I think a lot of couples that get divorced will then have the kid decide, where do I want to go? And the idea of that makes me nauseous. Like, I think it is such a horrible place to put your child, right? When you make your child choose what house I want to live in, especially if the parents live in different states. So like from the very beginning, I have had a hard time with this because I know that I don't like the idea of a mom, just in general, I don't like the idea of a mom getting a divorce and then moving her kid states away, because it just puts too much pressure on the kid to figure out how to navigate the relationship between mom and, you know, between the two parents. And so I understand that this is probably not a great place for her, just kind of how she's, maybe it's, I can't weigh in on what kind of life she has right here. I know that this will be very distressing for her to make that transition.
Yeah, the lack of control in this situation
Yeah.
for her is so sad to me.
Right, so she's just buckling
and it's all
up,
on
right?
camera.
Yeah.
Okay, press play.
So I don't know.
It's hard to watch. This is hard to watch. Can you press play?
I'm fine. I just didn't expect it to go this fast.
She's not excited about moving yet, but I know that moving with her is the best decision.
So how are you really? Are you sad to be leaving this soon? Is it hard?
I just didn't expect it to be this soon, but I'm fine.
I mean, I thought we'd have another couple of weeks.
So did I.
I am relieved that Truly's taking it so well, but it's just not about me. It's about her. I'm grateful for her because it's her life that I didn't want to alter too much, that I didn't want to traumatize too much. No, it's her life. And so for her, her handling it so well, I'm thrilled with.
The work has begun. I mean, we're going to start packing a lot. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You have anything else to say?
Nope.
Sorry.
I don't think that there's anything else that Christine could do to check in with Truly. Like, she's making an effort to check in, and Truly doesn't, at this point, Truly does not know how she feels about it. It's just distressing. That's it.
Aw, you girl. Hey, sweetie.
We decided to come in town to help Mom move to northern Utah, but we wanted to be able to spend a day with Robyn and the kids. So we're here at Robyn's house, spending some time with them.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
We'll see Robyn here, and then we'll see Christine and probably Janelle's family when we start moving.
Janelle's boys are gonna come help us move tomorrow, and then so we'll be able to see some more people. Tony and I are really, really close to Robyn. She was the first one to really, really accept our relationship, and
If not the only, at the beginning.
yeah, at the beginning she was the only
I
one.
know. Oh, you're not polygamist? I'll still love you. It's all right.
That is not what it was.
Hey, little man. Hey, you guys. Oh, put your jacket back on.
Mom said your jacket has to be on.
You have to wash your hands before you can touch her, okay? Because that's what we do with babies.
I'm so happy that Kody and Mykelti came to visit. There's a lot going on right now with Christine leaving and then moving. I just want to do a check-in.
Saul, why don't you and Ari go in and change clothes?
Even though I know that I have 100% support from Mykelti, I know that she also supports Robyn 100%. She can balance like nobody I know.
I'm so glad you came to see us.
I'm glad we came too.
Right?
It was nice.
With like everything going on with your mom and stuff like that, I just appreciate you coming and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to make sure that no matter what's happening, we're
You're
good.
still Mom, Robyn.
And Grandma.
So like that's my biggest thing is just making sure that like we're all
good.
Our relationship continues and it's based on what goes on in our relationship. No
It's
matter
not
what's
based
going
on outside sources.
It feels like everything's affected my relationship with everybody, though.
Let's make it, look at Mykelti's face. Let's make it about me.
Gosh, it's just. So, okay, so let's just take it step by step. So the first thing is, of course, right, and this is exactly what Christine was saying. I'm going to maintain the relationships that I have, and if Robyn has a good relationship with Mykelti, then she can maintain that. Right? But I don't know that Robyn's making the same effort with Truly, for example. I'm not sure what Robyn's relationship is with Truly, but is she putting the same effort in? All right, that's the first thing. But what do you think about Kody? Cody's very concerned about Kody.
I mean, we just heard it. That's exactly.
Okay, let's.
That's so funny. I mean, it seems like it's affected my relationships with everybody.
Yeah, not because of me, but because of everybody else.
Yeah.
When it comes to, like raising kids and dealing with things like this, I'm almost always bad cop. And so my relationship, I feel like, is somewhat strained with a lot of my kids.
Hey. So are you doing okay?
Yeah.
As far as your mom and everything?
I mean, I think the situation around it is it's sad. Like it's sad anytime any kind of family breaks up or separates.
Yeah.
But if it's what
Wait,
she
can
wants,
I go back? Hold on.
it's
What
important
happened to
support
that?
around it?
With a lot of my kids.
I'm gonna go back a little bit here.
When it comes to, you know, like raising kids and dealing with things like this, I'm almost always bad cop. And so my relationship, I feel like, is somewhat strained with a lot of my kids. Hey.
So are you doing okay?
Yeah.
As far as your mom and everything?
I mean, I think the situation around it is it's sad. Like, it's sad anytime any kind of family breaks up or separates.
Yeah.
But if it's what she wants, I think it's important to support what she wants.
How long have you guys known?
I think that we, as like known, actually, it's been.
I mean, like, was she talking about it before?
She was talking about it. She's been talking about it for a while, but I think most of what she's been talking about is what anybody talks about in a relationship, the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows.
I know.
What do you want her to say?
Well, and like Christine clearly has been talking about it a long time, so much so that Mykelti looked at her current husband and was like, will you answer this part? Because like, I don't want to answer it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. And he was like, I'm not answering it.
Yeah, they're both like.
So, okay.
That I can't talk Christine to my kids. I don't want to talk her at all, even though that's my natural urge is to do that. I have to control that, because that's not fair. I'm catching myself in this moment here when I'm saying, how long have you guys known? And that's a blame game that I'm playing. And I feel ashamed that I'm doing that. But in my brokenhearted state, the anger is just flowing here. And nobody likes me.
She wasn't in the most hottest of places a while ago.
And so she just through venting. So we've known for a while now, but we haven't known that it was like, oh, okay, it's happening. You are separating. We haven't known for too long.
Yeah, just that she wasn't the happiest.
Yeah.
I just don't think, okay. I'm going through that, I just want to blame I'm angry. I want to break something. I just sort of I've always wondered if I was like the last to know.
Dad, you're gonna be the last to know. In any relationship,
see?
no, but it's not that. It's in a relationship with two people. You're the last to know if somebody interests you, or if somebody likes you, you're the last to know. If somebody dislikes you, you're the last to know. That's
I don't know
how it
what
works
you're
a lot.
talking about.
Tony would probably be the last to know if I was,
You agree with what?
That if someone likes you, you're not the last to know.
Oh, yeah, you agree with Kody.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I think Kody, I think that it's a fair gripe on Cody's part that Christine is talking to her kids about there's no reason. I mean, it happens because Christine feels isolated and has no one to talk to. But Cody's right. There is no reason to be talking negatively about your spouse to your children.
Oh.
That is absolutely...
It's an unfair burden, I think.
Right. It's an unfair burden on the kids. And Cody's right. He shouldn't be doing it right now. But I understand why he's frustrated.
leaving him.
No,
Probably. I mean, I probably tell my mom. I talk about it with my family. I talk about it with people who I want to support.
I guess I would say you're probably not first to know, but you're not last.
He's got to know that their relationship was.
What's her husband's name?
Tony.
I like Tony.
I do too.
Tony's like, okay, you're not the last to know if someone's mad at you. You shouldn't, in a healthy relationship, you should not be the last to know. And I think it is a mark. Christine does have I think about this, when on the episode I was talking about her relationship with Isabel, and Isabel was like, I want some distance. Mm-hmm. I do think that there was the relationship between Christine and Isabel felt enmeshed to me. Like there's too much overlap, too much, on Christine's part. I think she's very connected to her kids, but a little bit too transparent.
Rocky, they weren't in an okay place for years, honestly.
Oh, sometimes you just don't see it. You're just in denial.
Babe, it's okay. We're not gonna get divorced. You don't need to start denying it.
I'm angry, but we don't need to deal with that. But I don't want people picking sides. I don't want to push you to pick sides or anything like that. That's my point.
We feel safe. I don't think there are any sides specifically to pick.
I don't feel like my dad asked me to pick sides at all. I feel exactly the same way about my mom. She wants to make sure that no matter what happens with her and my dad, that I still have a strong relationship with both of them. That's very important to both my parents.
And I mean, again, it's not gonna make it our relationship, yours, mine's, Tony's and yours, our three together relationship, doesn't change just because my mom's decided
to leave Dad. It doesn't change it.
You're still mom.
You're my kids. I love you guys to pieces.
We love you too.
My girl and my boy. In my head, my relationship with Christine.
So you're gonna say something? What?
I don't.
You keep doing like a lot of internal processing, but we're gotta be external.
I just feel like she's so phony baloney that it's
Robyn.
hard. Robyn is so phony that it's like I'm like it's annoying to hear her talk, but maybe she's not. I'm only getting sound bites. You're my boy and my girl.
Christine is separate from my relationship with her kids or any of the other kids. I've asked her if she wants to have a relationship with me, if there's something we could figure out. And she said that she doesn't want to have a relationship. And I have had to, I'm coming to terms with that.
Do we just need to, like, give you your space? Are you interested in some sort of trying to work stuff out, maybe from the past how many years?
I think for right now, I need space. For right now.
I am open and interested in a relationship with any of the kids or wives that want one. It's what I've always wanted.
So, how does it feel?
It's bittersweet, because I don't know, the whole future's unknown. So sometimes when it's bittersweet, it's hard to say goodbye to a house. I love this house, and it's hard to say goodbye. I don't know, it's a little scary, to be honest.
But you're super excited for your new adventure?
Yes, very excited for my new adventure. Sorry, it's hard to be up here. It's hard to be in this room and in this space a little bit for me. This was my room. Kody and I have just had a lot of hard times in this room, and I don't like to be in this space anymore.
Yeah, you, Aspen, and I will all be neighbors.
I know. And I'll be like 45 minutes from my dad, 45 minutes from my mom, sisters, brothers. I'm so excited. Mm-hmm. My dad, I talked to him on the phone yesterday, and he goes, "Hey, welcome home." I know.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
I cried a little. I did. I remember, like, when I first told my dad that I was leaving Kody, he was really, really sad and really it was hard for him because he loves Kody. And so we just kind of tabled the conversation. Yeah, when my house had an offer and I found a rental, my dad was one of the first people that I called, and he just said, "Welcome home." I sold my entire bedroom furniture, sold the whole set.
You end a marriage and you move on and get new furniture.
Yeah. You don't want to carry the bedroom set with you.
Yeah, no.
So I got rid of it.
I think that it's really safe and healthy when you end a marriage or when you end anything to get rid of everything that you have emotional connections to. Because when it's over, if you still have pieces left from it, you can never truly move on.
Do you agree with that? Would you get rid of all, if we got divorced, would you get rid of all your stuff?
Not my purple pillow.
Yeah, keep that. I don't think I would get rid of stuff.
You don't have emotional connections.
I don't. Yeah, I would not get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Geez, Tony's working hard.
All right. I think that let's just call it a day for now. We have just a few. Let's just finish.
Scratched more than the surface.
Yeah. So the morning we'll just finish doing everything, get the mattresses out in the morning, and let's just call it a day.
So, is any of the family? Are you guys gonna do anything like a goodbye? Or is the family gonna come over for social distance breakfast outside tomorrow? Are they gonna drive by and wave? Are we gonna go dump toilets on their lawn? Like, what are we doing? What's the plan?
No, I don't think we're doing anything like that.
Nobody's gonna come over and say bye?
I don't think so. No one said anything.
Think that's stupid.
I told all the adults that I was packing up and leaving tomorrow.
But what about the kids?
I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do?
This is your last night here.
If they wanted to come over, it would be great.
I want my mom to have everybody say goodbye to her, because it's not like she's divorcing my dad, but she's not saying, "Okay, peace out, I'm done with every single one of you."
I think if you want to say something, that's fine, but keep it to the Flagstaff family. Then you don't need to have it.
Yeah, I'll
on
keep it to the
everybody.
Flagstaff family.
If you want to say something, that's fine. We'll just. I don't want to pressure anybody at all.
I want to.
What's the Flagstaff family?
Well, because, like, Madison lives, there's people that live in Utah. Madison lives in North Carolina.
Oh, so she's just saying keep it to the people that are nearby. Mm-hmm. And they should have a goodbye party is maybe the wrong word, but a goodbye ceremony, right? Something?
Maybe just like a...
Something, a breakfast, something. Acknowledge it, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom's honestly upset that I'm pushing her so much to have people come over and say goodbye because my mom wants to be done, but I think that she'll regret it if she doesn't get a goodbye. And I think so will they. They'll regret not saying goodbye just as much as she will. And it'll make it so everybody can't look back on this moment and be happy for my mom.
Okay, yep.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Let's call it quits for the day. I'm tired.
Okay, that sounds great.
One of my big things with my mom leaving the family is I didn't want it to create this massive divide in my family that would make it so the siblings wouldn't talk to each other or the parents wouldn't talk to each other. So it was really important to me for everybody to come say goodbye to my mom.
Hold my hand. Okay, hold my hand, sweetie. All right.
Today, I know that Christine is leaving. Kind of based on what she told me when she talked to us about how she was going to move, I felt it best for us not to get in the way, say anything, say goodbye or anything like that. I was just gonna stay out of the way.
I thought there was a party. I guess not. You know, we can't go in the house. Because we gotta be COVID social distanced.
And then Mykelti called me and she was like, Robyn, I think it would be best if you came and you guys came and said goodbye.
Yeah, it's raining. I'm leaving in 5 minutes. Hi, everybody.
Oh gosh, that was terrifying.
We're outside right now.
Oh, nice, in the backyard?
Yes, let's go. I'm not in a good place here. Christine's leaving. I didn't want to. Oh, gosh. This is such an awkward moment. There is such a strife.
No, I think he did. You don't think he needed to come? I think he did.
To just say goodbye? His heart's hurting.
His heart's hurt. If everybody here is really focused on making this as smooth a process as possible, if everybody's focused on maintaining the happiness and health of the kids, they need to show that they can be a cohesive family, even when she leaves. I don't understand this thing. This is not a surprise. I don't know what time of the year this is, but I think it's been like 3 months since she has said, I'm out. Kody has had 3 months to deal with it, 3 months to be mad, and now she's leaving. They should all be there. He should give her a hug. They should all be talking. It's Kody's responsibility. It's Robyn's responsibility to show her that they still, appreciate her and can tolerate her, even though she's leaving. And Christine should make an effort to go connect with them. The idea that they just have this separation of families, that is on the parents, in my opinion. You disagree with that?
No, I agree. I agree with you. Robyn's looking standoffish.
Yeah, they're pissed off. Don't tell me that Robyn and Kody haven't soured Robyn's kids to Christine.
Well, remember the kid? Remember when she was talking about why she wasn't getting along with a friend? The 5-year-old. It's because she had a man and the other one didn't.
Yeah. So it's right. How does a 5-year-old learn that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like just by when you watch Robyn and Kody, whenever they're in movement, it's not fun. You see them in the car and they're like right there.
Yeah, yeah. That is.
I'm like,
it is
gosh, you guys must be so boring.
It's a negative mark. Yeah.
To all my feelings and all the work that I've done for our family, to come here to sort of have this family gathering and say goodbye, that is way off course for me, way off the charts. It's not even right. It feels so demeaning. And bless.
An interesting emotion that feels demeaning. How is this demeaning to Kody? I mean, because he's a narcissist. Because being left is about him and his ego. Right?
Yeah.
He hasn't been mistreated. Demeaning is, right, he could be hurt, he could be sad, he could feel abandoned. But demeaned is a unique emotion for this.
Mykelti's heart. She wants to affirm that the family's still a family. And I'm in this sort of weird place where, you know, I'm like thinking I don't want to see Christine ever again. I don't want to think about her. I don't want to drive past this house ever again and mourn this. I don't want to sit and be in this place again. I don't want to deal with this at all.
Hi, honey.
What's up, guys?
I love you.
I'm not really sad about Dad and Christine breaking up. I'm really sad that Christine is moving. I'm not gonna, like, sit here and blame her for doing it. Like, if I was in her shoes, I would do the same.
The real reason why I was not there, the actual reason, was because I was out of town. I was up at my B&B. And also, I don't know how weird it would have been if I was, knowing that she really wasn't interested in having a relationship with me. So why be there and do some big goodbye?
Yeah, Tony
Oh, there we
says it.
go.
Oh, ta-da.
Yep, turned on.
Okay.
Oh, it's not too, oh, it's about to rain.
Okay.
Yep, it's about to rain.
Tut tut.
Hey, Truly.
Hey, Truly.
It's awkward outside. It's weird. It's intense. Nobody really wants to be here. Dad doesn't want to be here. Robyn doesn't want to be here. Mom doesn't want to be here. It's weird. It's definitely, it's intense and it's uncomfortable.
And thick.
Truly, hey, are you okay that you're moving tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know, once again, in my state of bitterness, I'm trying to box Christine in. I think she's doing something wrong. You sure? Mm-hmm. Where's your smile? No smile.
Can't even watch him do that to her. What is he doing? What does he expect her to do? Right, like that. Like right. This is clearly he is allowing his emotions to. Because he's emotionally beleaguered, he is hurting his child. Mm-hmm. He's aware of what he's doing. Right. He's talked about. He knows what he's doing and he doesn't care. Mm-hmm. And this poor Truly is just wanting to get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm. Else about it, huh? Sorry. All right. Well.
If he felt sorry about it, he wouldn't make it harder on her.
Look at what, like, she is like trying to get out of it. Like he is not like ending her leaving on a good note and like making her feel loved.
No,
it's just
right.
sad. Look at
he
it.
Should be hugging her. He should say, "I'm gonna miss you.
I love you.
I love you. It's gonna be fun when you come back here." Right? He says, "I'm sorry," but what he's doing is he's saying, "I'm sorry that your mom screwed you over." But but he's mad. He's trying to hurt Christine by, by proxy. Yeah, mm-hmm. Like that is to me disappointing.
I don't know. She could have stayed here. She could have stayed in this house, and very likely, Gwendolyn and Isabel might have stayed here as well. I don't know. It just feels like, and I'm in a really bad state of mind. I feel like my life is being unraveled for me. This isn't something I want. I feel out of control.
Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it.
It means
This is
a lot.
fun. It's bittersweet, but it's nice that like we're all here and we can all be here together. Like the last night that Mom's here in Flagstaff, so I'm really glad. Like, I think this is probably something that's one of the hardest things that this family is gonna have to go through, but I think that it's awesome that we can all be here to show that at the end of this all, we are still a family. So there's no one to blame for any of this. It's all just, it is what it is. And
Poor Mykelti.
And can I just say, like, it should not be freaking Mykelti that's having this talk.
No.
Right? It shouldn't be. It should be Kody that's saying it's gonna be okay. I'm the head of this household. Right? If he wants to be the patriarch, then step up and show the family you're gonna try to maintain relationships. Don't go pout in the corner while your daughter has to give this talk.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
we should just all be grateful that even through this, we can remain a family and we can remain together and that we can support each other still through all of it. That's just what I think. I'm glad you guys are all here because I think it's good to say goodbye to
this chapter.
This chapter. It's good to say
You
goodbye
said
to this
exactly
chapter.
what was in my heart I didn't know how to say it, so thank you.
So it's very apparent how awkward we all are, but Janelle and her kids are on one side and Robyn and Kody are on the other, and none of us want to be here.
Bye, Christine. Good luck.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Why did you and Dad break up?
We just weren't in love anymore. You know, that happens sometimes. But we'll still hang out sometimes. We just weren't in love.
Thanks.
Oh, well, it doesn't always fix everything, my love, but thank you. What a good idea.
Not unlike all my
Don't you think
children
that
imposing
she heard
your
that?
view on the rest of us.
Yeah, 100% she's heard that. Yeah.
Like, how did she know
From
what
the mouth of babes. Yep.
That's okay. It's good they have strong opinions because this world beats them down fast enough.
It's awkward, you know, when Ari's asking why I'm leaving. You know, everybody wonders. You know, she's just a kid, so she's brave enough to ask.
All right, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, safe travels. We'll see ya.
Thanks.
Only me, okay? All right, we'll see you, sweetheart. I love you. I love you. Have a good trip, okay? All right? Your phone has video chat, and you and I can video chat. Okay? All right? Love
Truly,
you.
we love you. We're gonna miss you and hope to see you soon, sweetie.
But everybody's really angry, and
Nobody else doesn't hug anybody else?
They're having a COVID. That's why he said only me, because of it's COVID. What year is this?
Gosh.
No one's vaccinated?
I don't know. But he doesn't say goodbye he could say goodbye to everybody else. The COVID thing, I can't get behind that weird behavior.
it just seemed like Robyn's kids were angry too. That was the hardest part, is that her kids are angry too.
No, my kids weren't angry with her. They're sort of the innocent parties in all of this. All of the kids are. It's just devastating. It's just devastating.
All right, thanks you guys. Thank you for coming. Hey, it means a lot to me that you came.
All right, you guys needed
I wouldn't have asked for this. I didn't ask for like having them all come over. It was important for Mykelti and for her and for everybody to see. Truly, probably was. But I certainly didn't need it. It's worse than I thought it would have been. Thank you. Thank you.
New chapters.
Okay. I think this was the worst goodbye that I've ever witnessed.
Love you guys.
We're out of here.
Bye. Thanks. Bye. Love you.
Man.
Next time on Sister Wives.
So what'd you think?
Like, all in all, a pretty boring episode.
Hey, boring episode, but what'd you think of the family? Do you have any hot takes?
I mean, no, I don't think I have any hot takes. I think it's like the goodbye party was sad. They probably should have had like some cupcakes or something, like just as a distraction. They all just had to stare at each other.
I think that Kody and Christine both were immature at that goodbye party. They should have made the party about Truly. It should have been a goodbye party to Truly, and it should have been, as much as is possible, a joy-filled occasion. We're sad that we're gonna that you're leaving, but we're gonna stay in contact with you. We all love you. We care about you. Both parties. We're gonna do whatever it takes to make this right. It should have been about the kids and about Truly. They should have sitting there and complaining about how it's getting too dark and only allowing Kody to go over there and give a hug, and this it's like this march to their death is not how you do that.
What is Kody? Selfish. Why is Kody the only one that can give hugs? Like, I want to be like, Kody, you are not understanding the virus.
I know.
If you got it, everybody gets it.
I think Cody's...
He's limited in his brain.
Well, he has lots of little rules that make it work for him.
I guess.
Like, we're not gonna... No sex because we don't have a loving relationship. Now, I'm gonna go over there and sleep with her. But you're being punished. Right? It's like, COVID is really serious. You guys all need to quarantine. Not me, but...
I will be sure to bring the virus from house to house.
Yes. Yeah.
As I travel around, I will be the super spreader from each household. Yep. Okay?
Unless, of course, I don't want to go on the trip, in which case I could be a super spreader and I can't travel. So go to the hospital by yourself. Weddings, close dancing, totally okay.
Yep. He's the worst. He is the worst. You know what, though, in hindsight, I mean, I don't think she had planned the party, and so, like, I feel like she really needed a psychologist to help her decide that it really wasn't about you for the party. I know, they should have called you.
All right, good. That was fun.